the thing that I have loved so far this season is that you and I have not had the, oh God, it's Jason Kidd time again conversation and rolled our eyes, right? At the beginning of the season, and even when they signed him in the offseason, save all the off the court things and reasons why the Mavs, I thought, shouldn't have hired him. He has been a completely different coach and person than we've seen in the past. Now, we will have to wait on the defense. We've seen the Milwaukee Bucks have an incredible defense the first year, and then the second year just completely fall off the wagon. So I'll be really interested to see how that plays out. But for this season, I've had no issues with what Jason Kidd has done. Like rotations, there's been a couple things here and there, but by and large, within about 2 weeks, he fixes that thing, right? Dwight Powell is starting and playing like 30 minutes a game. And we're just like beating our heads against the table because we've just seen this happen so many times. And he changes it. Now he's averaging like 20 to 18 minutes a game, which is right in the sweet spot for a Dwight Powell type player. The defense has just completely changed under Jason Kidd and the rest of the staff. Like give credit to Sean Sweeney as well. He's been the defensive architect. This year with Luka on the court, the Mavs have a 108.3, so they're allowing 108 points per 100 possessions. That's a defensive rating. They're sixth best in the NBA. With Luka on the court and KP off the court, it's 109.6, which is 10th best, which is still really good. So some people are saying, well, that's because KP has been a rim protector and been good. True, he has been good, but the defense is still really good with just Luka and not KP. If you take a look at last year's numbers, okay, so Luka on the court this year, sixth best defense. Last season, Luka on the court, defensive rating is 115.3. It was a 27th ranked defense in the NBA last year, if just Luka was on the court. And then with Luka on the court and KP off the court last year, they were the 11th best defense. think about the difference between those two. But that's just a testament to what Jason Kidd and his staff has done. And I've been extremely impressed with the way he's handled himself so far, the way that he's they've had absolutely zero drama that we have heard of or seen or anything like that. Now, we're not near the team as much as we had been in the past, so maybe we would have heard some more things if we were closer to the team in locker rooms, but we haven't heard anything.
Yeah, it would have trickled out by now, at least something. I mean, the only thing that we, semi made fun of or like questioned was the leadership council voting to play every player in an NBA game and them doing it. And
that was more of a gimmick about instilling trust in players. Like I would honestly rather have that happen and have a dumb gimmick like that to try and instill trust in players than like some of the things Jason Kidd did in the past, right?
If that's the cost to build team chemistry, then let's do it. My last thing on that was a smaller thing that builds on that is there is a willingness to change course whenever needed.
True. Yep.
And that's from Kidd. That's the front office. That's the examples that you gave about Kidd, Dwight Powell, Marquise Chris, leaving Marquise Chris in over Dwight Powell when Marquise Chris was signed to a 10-day and he's playing better against Cat and all of that. I'm like, oh, mental note right there. Like Rick Carlisle's probably not doing that.
Tim, not starting Tim, not starting Brunson, all that.
Willing to change it up and even going up to the front office in Nico Harrison of, I needed time to see this roster. I seen it, and he made the big move and swapping out KP. I mean, a massive move for two rotation guys that's going to come off the bench to shake it up, to a willingness to change, and that's a breath of fresh air.